take time. My screen is visible to you, pa?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yesterday I told you, Mama, that first, what is the first statement of that documentation section? Ma, after documentation, what we have to write, ma? If you're going to make it your program as a package mean, if you make it your program as package mean, the next statement is a package statement. And the third statement, if you're going to use interface means, you're going to use multiple inheritance means, the third statement is the interface statement. And then the fourth statement, that is a class definition. So class definition, yesterday I told you, know, some of the rules are there for class. So what is that rule, ma? So the class name first character should be capital letter, pa. For class name first character name should be capital letter. If that class have more than one word means that each word starting character should be capital letter. So for what is the rule for function means? What is the rule for function means? Except first word, pa, all other word starting character should be capital letter. If function have only one word means, then all the character of that function should be a smaller case. If that function have more than so function name have more than one word means, except the first word, all other words should be started with the capital letter, ma. And then here a class example. How you have to save this program means, you have to save this program as example.java. So in single program, you can have many class. So in this program, I have only one class, but the single program can have many classes, but you have to save the program of the class name which contain main function, ma. So that single program can have only one main function, pa. Single program can have only one main function. But the single program can have many class. So you have to say, even if you have more than one main function, okay, I will tell you that later. If that you have to save the program, the single program can have more than one class, but you have to save the program with the name of the class which contains main function, ma. So now this example class have a main function. So that's why I have saved this program as example.java. I have saved this program as example.java. So if you save it in some other name, for example, instead of example, pa, if I save it as one.java, for example, instead of example.java, if I save the file name as one.java, I cannot write one.java. For compilation, what we have to use? We have to use a Java C compiler. So now for compilation, I have to use the file name. So instead of example.java, what I have to use? I have to use one.java. So for compilation purpose, you have to use the file name for compilation. After compiling, it will create a class file for all the classes in the program. So here I have only one class, that class is example. So after compiling that, I will get the class file name with with the name of that class. So for execution, I cannot use that one.1. I cannot use the name one, because the class file, I have to use the class which contain main function. I have to use for execution. For execution, I have to use the class name which contains main function. So that's why for if file name and class name are different, what will happen? For compilation, I have to use one name. For execution, I have to use another name. So I will show you the demo, ma. I will show you the demo. I share the screen. Instead of sharing a PPT, I will share the screen. Here, stop presenting. I will show you the demo. I'm sharing the entire screen. I'm sharing the entire screen. Ma, the full screen is visible to you, pa?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Now, ma, usually in our lab we use a notepad editor and command prompt for execution. Ma, we won't use any IDE, pa. Like NetBeans, Eclipse, we won't use that. So usually in lab we have to use a notepad for typing the program, and then we have to compile the program, run the program by using command prompt. So now I will show you how to save and how to execute the program. So here, now, visible apa? Now, here I have written the program class example. So this program just going to display this is a simple Java program. Now I'm going to save this program as instead of where I have saved. I have saved in in folder Java program. Where I have saved in Java program. So now instead of example.java, I'm going to save the program as one.java. So instead of now class name and then the program name are different. Now class name and program name are different. So now I have saved this program as one.java. So now the program is saved. So then I'm going to open the command prompt. Now, where I have saved that program, I have saved that program from . So from here itself, I can set the path, but initial stage, you go to that folder. So, okay, so now currently I am at the C drive. So to go to that E drive, I have to type . So then it will get into that E drive. And then within that E drive, where I have saved the program, Java programs. So CD Java programs. So the CD change directory, then it will. So from here only I have to compile the program because my program is at the drive Java program. So from here only I have to compile. Now if I directly use Java C, now what is my file name? One.java. If I use one.java, I will get one error. You look at that error. Here what it is telling, Java C is not recognized as an internal or external command, operable program or batch file. So why it is telling Nama this Java C is an exe file? No, so it is also one type of application, but this application is not available in this E drive Java program. So it will search the Java C in this E drive and Java program, but this Java C is not available. So then we have to set the path for the Java C. So from here, I have to tell where that Java C is available. So then for that, I have to use set space path C:. Where this Java C is available in my laptop, it is available at the C: program files. I will say C: program files, Java, sorry, program files, not page files. Program files, Java, JDK 1.8, and then in bin folder, I'm having that Java C folder. So now I'm going to compile Java C 1.java. Now after compiling this 1.java, what are the class file is created? The class, I won't get a class file with the name 1. I won't get class file with the name 1. I will get the class file name with the example because in my program I have a class with the name example. So now I will show you Java C. I will show you the class file name. So from E directory, E drive, Java program. So now this is a Java file. So this is a Java file. For this Java file, this example.class is created. So now for execution, I have to use this example.class. Okay, so now for execution, I have to use a Java and then example. So here for if file name and the class name are different means, for compilation I have to use one name, for execution I have to use one name. So to avoid that, we have to save the file name is also same name of the class which contain main function. So now I have executed. So now it will display this is a simple Java program. So now I will delete all the things. Only I will delete all the things. I will delete all the things from this folder. And now I have deleted. Now I am going to save this program as, I am going to save this as now example.java. Example.java. So example.java. Okay. Now from command prompt, I'm going to execute Java C. I'm going to compile Java C example .java. So now you go to that folder. Now class file is created with the name of example. So now I'm going to execute Java example. So now for compilation and execution, both I have used the same name. But you can use a file name and class name is different. But what will happen for compilation, you have to use one name. For execution, you have to use another name. So to avoid that, you make it both are same. I told you, that single program can have many classes. Now I'm going to write one more class. I'm going to write one more class, class 1. From in this one, I have a function public void function. Sorry, fn, and then in which I am going to print something. This is from fn. I will print this is from fn. And here I will print this is from main function. This is from main function. This is from main function. And within that, I am going to create an object for this class 1, and then object name obj. In your C++, how did you create the object? Class name and then that object name semicolon. Automatically it is created. But here every object are created dynamically. So you have to use the keyword new. So new 1. Okay. So here class name is 1 and the object name is obj. In C++ means directly you can write like this. 1 obj means object is created. But in Java, all the objects are created during runtime only. So for runtime, here also we have to use the keyword new. So new 1, and then now I am going to call the function obj fn. So now this folder have 2 files. Now I delete this class file, example.class file. So again I'm going to compile and run the program. Now Java C, which name I have saved this program? Example. So example.java, and then I'm going. Sorry, bracket is missing. Sorry, bracket. What it is telling? Error. Java example Java, and then Java example. So now how many number of files created for this program? Tell me, how many number of files will be created for this file? I cannot see the chat window. Anyone say because I am now two. Very good, 2 class files created. Super. So now One is this is from main function. Another one is this is from function. Now I will show you the class files. So now two class files are created. No, one is called one.class. Another one is called example.class. Now here for compilation, I have to use only the class example. I cannot use one pa. Why pa? Can anyone tell the reason? For execution, sorry, for
Main
for
function
Main
is
function is in
main
that one.
function is written on.
very good, very good. Main function
Main
only
function is-
main function available in only in example class. So that's why we have for execution we have to use the class name which contains main function pa. Clear, Amma? Okay. And then next we will see one more program. Now we will see one more program. Here example 2 and then here I have a function, main function. Here I have within main function I have declared one integer variable, and then sorry wait this, num equal to 100. Here within a main function, I have declared one variable, and then I have initialized that variable value was 100. Within yesterday I told you, system.out.println. So this is for printing the string on monitor. So for this one, you have to pass only string as the argument. For this function, you have to only pass a string as the argument. But here I have passed one integer. No. So now what will happen? So this is num. So that is a string, and then this num is the integer value. So what is the value of that num? 100. So now what will happen when you write an integer variable within this function? It will call one method automatically. So that method will convert that value to string. Okay. So what does that method means? ToString method. So this will call the ToString method automatically. Then it is converted to string. That string is concatenated. Here for concatenation, string concatenation, we are using plus symbol. For string concatenation, here we are using plus symbol. So this num is converted to string. That value 100 is converted to string by calling the method is ToString automatically. Then that is going to be concatenated with this is num. So then what it will print? This is num 100. First it will print this is num 100. After that I am multiplying that 100 with the 2. So now it will print the value of num into 2 is 200. So here also the num is called num automatically converted to string by calling ToString method. So ToString, that condition I told you, that method condition is what? What is the condition for method? If that method have more than one word means, except the first word, all other word starting character should be capital. So here this method have a 2 word. So except the first word, the second word starting character is capital. Understood, Amma, this one, the second program? Say yes or no, pa?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma.
Yes,
Okay. And next, from JDK 7, yesterday we have seen several versions of Java. No, one of the version of yesterday we have seen several versions. That is one of the version is JDK 7. 1.7 version. So in that 1.7 version, they have introduced one new for loop concept. That for loop is called for each for loop. Okay, so they from JDK 1.7 they have introduced one new for loop. That for loop is called for each for loop. So now enhanced for loop is useful when scanning the array. So syntax for that for loop, the data type of that variable, data type, and then variable name, colon, array name. So we will see one example for this. Here this is my array. Here primes. This is my array. Now I have to scan this array from starting index to last index, means I can use for each for loop style. So this is for each for loop style. So now what is the data type of this array? Int. So you have to use int. And then this is a variable name. You can use any name. colon. After that, you have to use the array name. Array name. So then it will scan the array primes one by one, and that each element will be stored in this variable t, and that is going to be displayed. Now, why here I have concatenated concatenated with one empty string? Why here I have concatenated with the empty string means if I cannot directly print that integer value. Okay, so that's why I'm concatenated with the string, then only it will call the toString method automatically. For a print function and println function, we need to pass string as the argument. So I cannot directly pass a t value. But what is the type of t? That is integer. So I cannot pass directly integer value. So that's why I have concatenated with one empty string. So then this will call the toString method automatically, and then this t is converted to string, and then this empty string and t both are concatenated, then it will be printed. Sorry, wait, I will show you one example for this. Directly we can. I will show you now. Without a t, I'll save as enhanced. I will save as enhanced for each loop Java. Without Java C enhanced. No problem. Actually, that is for a space. Actually, this is for a space, not for. This is for a leaving space between number. You can also pass a single integer value to print or println function. Sorry, you can also pass, but this is automatically converted to string by calling the toString method. Even if you are passing integer value, that is automatically converted by converted to string by calling toString method. You can pass even a t alone. No need to pass empty string character. This purpose is leaving space between a number. Leaving space between number. Understood, Abba? I make you confused.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Understood.
Okay. Even if you are passing t alone, that is converted to string by calling toString method automatically. But here, this is empty string for leaving space between the numbers. Okay. And then the Java program is collection of white spaces, identifier, literals, comments, operators, separators, and keywords. So the Java program is nothing but collection of these things. So for white space, we can use a space, tab, new line. In that previous example, so this is an example Java program. Now here some white space. So Java program is collection of white space, keyword, and then literals, commands, operators, separators, keyword. So for white space, we can use a space, tab, new line. For identifiers, identifier are used to name things such as classes, variable, and methods. You can use a class name. I told you that if the class have more than one word, that all the word starting character should be capital. So here my class name is average temp, means A is also should be capital and T is also should be capital. And variable name. So these are all the identifiers. Some invalid identifier, that identifier should not be start with digit. Okay, that identifier should not be start with the digits. Okay, so this is an invalid identifier. This is an invalid identifier, and you cannot use hyphen. You cannot use hyphen. So this is an invalid identifier. You cannot use a slash. Only you can use underscore and dollar symbol, that thing and all, but you cannot use a hyphen and a slash symbol in identifier. And before JDK 8, you can use underscore alone. This single underscore alone can be a variable name pass identifier. Okay, a single underscore. This single underscore alone can be identifier. But from JDK 8, it is showing a warning message. You cannot use underscore as an identifier. From JDK 9, it will show error message. From JDK 9, it will show error message. But from JDK 8, it is showing only warning. You cannot use underscore as an identifier. But from JDK 9, it is showing as an error message. So Java is case sensitive. So if you use one identifier as value means that is different from the identifier value. Because this value and this value are different because Java is case sensitive. And then constant, that is literals. These are all the example for literals. This is an integer literals and this is double and this is character and this is string literal. So the constant value with Java is created by using a literal representation of it. So now in C++, we have two comments, single line comment and multi-line. In C++, multi-line comment is available. No, yes, it is available. But in Java, one more comment is also available. That comment is called documentation comment. But mostly we won't use this documentation comment. This type of comment is used to produce an HTML file that documents your program automatically. Okay, so this is a documentation comment. So for this, you have to use a syntax /double*, /double*. After that, end should be star and slash. This documentation comment and in general, it's called doc command. The JDK Java doc tool uses doc command when preparing it is automatically prepare the documentation part. So that's why, in our lab experiment or some experiment, we won't use this documentation comment. And these are all the separators, and these are all the keywords. So there are the 50 keywords currently defined in the Java language. Keyword const and goto are reserved but not used. And then Java reserves true, false, and none also. And next, next we will see data types and variables and array. Up to this, okay, Mama? Do you have any doubt? So the main thing is you need to know how to compile and how to execute the program. Today, all are try to download a JDK version more than 1.8. You download any version, but that should be more than 1.8. And try to execute, try to compile and execute one simple program. Try to compile and execute one simple program today. So now we will see. Hello, ma. Tell me, pa.
Ma'am.
Tell me, pa.
Can you say about the go to strings, ma'am?
What, ma?
That go to go strings. You said no, ma'am. That will be converted. Yeah.
Last slide. In previous slide, which one you are asking?
Num program. Actually, before the.
Before the. How to run and how to compile the program?
No, ma'am. Actually, you just represented the digits, ma'am, in an array. Enhanced
enhanced for each for loop. Okay. Okay. Oh. I will show. Now the screen is visible, apa?
No, not this program. Not this slide, ma'am. The previous slide.
Not this slide. Okay.
Before that.
This one, nama.
Two string.
Two string. This one, nama. Okay. Wait. I will remove the comments, everything, and only show the code. Main function. In this program, I have declared one integer variable. So, and then I have initialized that integer variable value was 100. So within system.out.println, I am trying to print the string. This is num 100. I want to print this is num and value of the number num. Here this is string and this is an integer variable. For a println function, we need to pass string as the argument. For println function, we need to pass with string as an argument, string as an argument. But here, this is num, so that is the string. And here a num is the type, integer type. So now what will happen? This num is automatically converted to string data type. Num is automatically converted to string data type by calling the method toString. So we can also explicitly call the toString method. We can also call explicitly the method toString. But here, automatically it will call the toString method. You no need to write the toString method explicitly. Automatically it will call the toString method. Then that is converted to string. Then the string is going to be concatenated with that string. This is num. Even if I am writing only this is num. Even if I am just printing system dot out dot println. If I am just printing num, even if I am printing num, automatically it will call the toString method and this num value is converted to string. Then only it is printed on monitor. Understood, Appa?
Okay.
Understood, Anatma?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Tell me,
Ma'am.
Tell me,
Oh, yeah, ma'am. In the enhanced for loop slide, ma'am. Enhanced for loop.
Enhanced for loop slide. Wait, I will come. Enhanced for loops. Tell me, Pa.
Ma'am, in the for loop, it is for loop int t is there, ma'am.
Yes.
In ma'am, in C++ 14 or higher, we are keeping auto. What is that, ma'am? Auto t. If we are keeping auto.
Auto static, that and all totally different. This is a data type. Auto static, that and all. I forget that name. But auto static means outside the file also you can access. Auto is nothing but the local variable like that. No, that like you are asking, Amma.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am means int is not written. Sometimes we are, I think for fast processing, we will write auto or something.
In C++.
Yes, ma'am. C++ 14.
In C++ 14, version 14.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
In C++ version 14, you have a for each for loop. I don't know. I'm asking. I'm not sure. In Java itself, from JD. Oh, in 14, they have introduced that for each for loop.
Yes, ma'am, I think.
But I don't know about that one, ma. Actually, I don't know.
Okay,
but here you have to use the data type. Here you cannot use auto, that thing and that. Here you have to use. We will check whether that auto keyword is here.
Auto is used for this one, fast access. It will not be allocated in the memory, ma'am. It will straight away be allocated in the CPU in the new version.
No, even here, no, you see that here this and variable. Here is that auto keyword is also not there, ma. Aditya, am I correct, ma? Aditya, here here there is no keyword auto, no. So then you cannot use the keyword auto.
Okay, I think it's for only C++ then.
Only C++. That too far the version 14.
Okay.
I don't know the version 14. Okay. Up to this clear, Amma?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Shall I move to the next topic, ba? Data types?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Okay, ma. Here, usually data types are all 4 groups, no, ma? Integer, floating point, character, Boolean. So here integers are 4 type: byte, short, int, long, ma, and floating point type float, double, and character and then Boolean, ma. In C++ for Boolean data type, you can use value non-zero, means that is true. That is considered as true. If you use value 0, means that is considered as false, no, in C++. In C++. Tell me, ma.
Hide that notification, ma'am.
What, ma?
Stop sharing that notification you hide, ma'am. It is blocking the TBT.
Oh, blocking. PPT is not visible. PPT is not visible, ma?
Ma'am, he wants you to hide the share screen notification. Just hide.
Wait. Hello, now it is visible, ma? It is visible or not, pa?
You stop the sharing now. You hide it. You don't stop sharing. You just hide.
Oh, I'm stop sharing.
You need to stop sharing.
Okay. Now it is visible, Abba?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In C++, for Boolean data type, you have used non-zero value and zero. Zero for false and non-zero for true. But in Java, you cannot use 0 and 1 as 1 for Boolean. Instead of 1 and 0, here we can directly use true and false. For Boolean, we can directly use true and false. So these are in Java, that integer size is 32 bit. So long width is 64, short 16, byte 8. Next, byte short values. In an expression, you have integer value, byte value, floating byte value, and short value means this byte and short are automatically converted to integer. The single expression have 3 type: integer type, short type, byte type means this byte and short are automatically converted to integer type. So this is an range for integer. So double size is 64 bit, float size is 32 bit. Here Java uses Unicode to represent. C and all use ASCII code. C and all use ASCII code, but Java uses Unicode to represent the character. So that's why here for a character, how many number of bits required? 16 bits are required. So that's why we can use many languages, language character in Java, Japanese, Tamil, many languages character in Java because of this 16-bit. ASCII code means only we can use 256 characters, no? Only that is 2 power 8, 256 characters. But here we can use 2 power 16 characters. So 2 power 16 characters, many language symbol here we can use. For a Boolean, there is no fixed size. The Boolean sizes depends upon the JVM. Boolean sizes depends upon the JVM. And then next, here one example for a Boolean data type. Here I have declared one variable called B, variable called B with the type Boolean. But in C++, we have to use 0. We cannot use false. But here you can use a false. So then I try to print the B value. So now B is false. Then I change the B value to true. Then it will print B is true. And then next, if B, so now what is the value of B? True. So then the statement is executed. Then it will print this is executed. So now I have changed the B value as false. So then this statement won't be executed. And then this statement is executed. So now what it will print? It will print 10 greater than 9 is. Now, what is the value of this one? 10 greater than 9. So, value of this one is true. So, then it will print 10 greater than 9 is true. So, here you can directly use true, false for Boolean data type. You cannot use 0 and 1. And then normal decimal number. Normal decimal number cannot have leading 0. If any number with the leading 0, that represents the octal number. So here 09 will produce an error from the compiler since 9 is outside of octal. Octal value ranges only 0 to 7. So if I write a 09 means it will show error. And then hexadecimal are leading with 0x. So you can represent the hexadecimal number as 0 small x or 0 capital X. preceding with leading with 0x or 0 capital X, and then long appending an upper or lower L pa. So this is an example for long literal. And then from JDK 7 pa, integer literal using binary is introduced. So prefix value with 0B or 0 capital B ma. So now this number represent the binary number. From JDK 7 only this was introduced. That is a binary literal preceding with only 0B or 0 small b or 0 capital B. And from JDK 7, they have introduced one more form of number pa. You can insert underscore between the number pa. You can insert, so this is also a valid number in Java. 123 underscore 456 underscore 789. It is also a valid number in Java. But if you try to write in C or C++, you will get error. So when the literal is compiled, when this statement is compiled, the underscore are discarded. So finally, you will get the number 123, 456, 789. This underscore are discarded. So this is introduced from JDK 7. So you can also insert underscore between the numbers. Okay, and then that like a floating point is also, but if underscore is at the beginning or at the end of the number, you will get an error message. So it should be between the numbers. It cannot be beginning of the number or it cannot be end of the number. So it cannot be beginning or end of the number. If it is at the beginning and end of the number means you will get an error. And then floating point literal. So this is an example for floating point literal. By default, if I give float f 1.2 means you will get an error message. Oh, if you are giving float f equal to 1.2 means you will get error, because by default in Java the floating point literal is double. Floating point literal is double. So you want to make it the statement as valid statement means you have to write f at the end of the floating point number. Then only it has become valid. If you are not using f, what will happen? This 1.2 is considered as double. I cannot store double value in float. Why? Because when compared to size double, this float size is small. Double size is 64-bit, float size is 32-bit. So this down conversion is not possible. So that's why you want to use floating point literal means at end of the number you have to append the character f. Okay, so explicitly specify a double literal by appending a capital D or D. So by default, which literal is here in Java means a double. Okay, and then this is also a valid floating point literal. So this is hexadecimal floating point literal. So here for hexadecimal floating point literal, we have to use a P instead of E. Exponent instead of E, we're going to use a P, power. Okay, and then next in decimal point also you can use, floating point also you can use underscore in between. So now what is the value of this number means? This is the after compilation, all the underscore are removed. So this is the valid number. And after decimal point also you can use the underscore symbol. Then what is the value of this one now? So in this case the fractional part is .109. And then Boolean literal, Boolean value can have a true and false. The value of true and false do not convert it into any numerical representation. The true literal in Java does not equal to 1, nor does the false literal equal to 0. So next, that's all. We will see the variable and array in next class. Because only 5 minutes more I thought. Up to this, do you have any doubt, ma?
Ma'am, share the PPT, no ma'am. Both overview and this one.
Okay. Today I will share that yesterday PPT and today PPT. No one get a permission to access that first class PPT. No, I will check it. Afterwards, I will send all 3 PPTs and the video link to you, pa.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma. Any other doubt up to this? That
Ma'am,
concept is
PPT
okay.
we are able to access, ma'am, not PPT. That video, recorded video we are talking about.
Okay, in video only settings I have to change.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Last time also the files PPT I have sent, but no one get access that one. Yeah. Last
Yes, ma'am,
time.
last time. Files.
That is
Uh,
zip file, ma'am.
oh, okay. This time I check it soon. I check it soon and I will send it to you.
Okay, ma'am.
But this PPT presentation that and all okay, ma'am, for you. Any other?
Ma'am, can you show the Boolean program, ma'am?
This one visible? I am not sharing window. I
Yes,
thought.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Visible.
Ma'am.
Okay, visible. Na? Wait, I will show you. Here no ma. This B variable is the Boolean type. I have initialized false for that variable. And then I am printing B is. So now what it will print now? It will print the value of the B. So the value of the B is false. And then I have make it the B value was true. So now it will print B is. So first statement it will print first initially. I cannot move this one. Now first.
Ma'am, just click hide, ma'am. Hide.
Okay. Thank you. Ma B is false. First time it will print B is false, and next time it will print B is true because I have changed here the B value was true. No, after that, ma here I am check if of B. So now what is the value of B? That B value is true. So if condition is true, it will get into that if block. No, so that's why the statement this is executed. That is printed. So now I have changed the B value was false. So now if B. So it won't get into that block. So that's why this statement won't be executed. So directly it will come to here. So then it will print within double quotes, no? So the 10 greater than 9 within double quotes. So what I have written within double quotes, it will print as it is, ma. So that's why here 10 greater than 9 is. And then plus concatenated. So here what will happen? It will return, ma. This expression will return the value true. It will return the expression value true. So then, so that is going to printed here, ma. 10 greater than 9 is true. Clear, ma?
Ma'am.
Tell me, pa.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, here 10 is greater than 9 is a type of Boolean value. So it means that the toString function is converting that Boolean to string type, and that's why
Yes.
it's printing.
Yeah. Whatever the
Okay.
type you are trying to print within println function, ma, that is converted to string automatically by calling which function? ToString method, pa. Then that
yes,
string
ma'am.
only going to be concatenated with here. So that and all built in. You doesn't worry about all those things. But you can call the ToString method explicitly. We will see one example for the ToString conversion later, ma. Okay. Any other
Okay,
doubt?
ma'am.
Main function we should pass a string as the argument, ma. You cannot here in Java all we have only one main function format. In C and C++ we have a two format, but in Java we have only one type of main function format, ma. That is always with the string argument. Always with the string argument. Any other doubt, pa? So you have to everyone are keep quiet? No, then I thought you are all not comfortable. This one, you tell me in what way I have to change, pa? Okay, thank you. Aman,
Ma'am, you are clear, ma'am, so you don't have doubt. That's all.
okay. Okay, ma. Okay, ma. Thank you,
Ma'am?
pa. Tell
Ma'am?
me, ma. Tell.
Ma'am, can you share Java syllabus?
First PPT itself, I shared the syllabus, ma. Even though I will send one Word document, no problem. The first
Okay.
PPT itself, the third slide or fourth slide, I put the syllabus. No problem. Even though I will send today, I try to send all the video links and the PPT with syllabus to you, pa.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, pa. Thank you. Bye. Bye, pa.
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.